friends, thanks for stopping by. I hope you're all having a great day. Today I am going to do my morning skincare routine. This is just the basics for me, which will still be excessive for some of you. Keep in mind, you do not have to do all the steps I do. You do not have to use the products I use. I'm actually going to give you some more affordable options, and these are options that I actually am using or have used in the past that I do like. So stick around for that. Even if I pull up something you say I can never afford that, I'm going to give you some other options. So let's get started. So the first thing I do, because I did cleanse my skin really well last night and I put on all of my lovely lotions and potions last night, I'm going to do just a simple cleanse this morning. However, I do incorporate one tool only, and I use the Foreo in the morning. Now many will ask, don't you still use the Clarisonic? Yes, I do. I use it at night. So the Foreo is a rather expensive tool. However, I did find this one by Conair, and I'm going to use it on one side of my face as I'm using my Foreo. And this, I believe, was $20, and I will list and link everything below for you. So just go below the video that show more, open that up, and everything will be right there for you. And then if $20 is still out of your budget, and for some people it will be, I found this great little hand tool that has the same type of silicone nodules on it, and then the other side has a little bit, they're bigger for the massage, because in a Foreo you can actually do a little bit of a massage on one side of it. I basically use it for its cleansing purposes. So we're going to get started, and I always start with a dry face when I'm using any cleanser, whether it says to wet the face or not. I do add some things my own. I make them my own, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so the first product I'm going to use is by Eminence. Now this is almost empty. I don't even know if I'll be able to get anything out of the actual pump. Probably not. So this is when my makeup miser comes into play. Now, so I'm going to take my smallest makeup miser, and these things are wonderful. Michelle from Makeup MLC actually gave them to me. I may not need it. I may be able to just put a little bit. All you need of any Eminence product is a pea size amount. I tend to overuse a little bit, so I don't need to be told that, because I will be told that also. But I like just a little bit more than a pea size. But anyway, I'm just going to take it off of here, and that should be plenty. Okay, so it's a pretty blueberry type color. So okay, now we're going to get started. Well, let me show you the makeup miser, since I said they're such fabulous products. You'll just go inside and you can just pick up a little bit from your makeup miser, and there you have it. You have some more of your beautiful cleanser, and it's not going to go to waste. These are fabulous, and they come in packs of 3. All right, so we are going to get started. So I am going to face my mirror so I can see what I am doing, because I do have contacts in, but I will turn to you from time to time so you can see what I'm doing. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and massage this in. And Eminence, I'm just going to give you a little bit about it. It is from Hungary, and the Eminence line, this is no parabens, no SLS, no synthetic fragrances, no chemicals of any sort. It's all natural, and it really is a beautiful product. And remember, I have no makeup on right now, so I'm just cleansing the skin. If you were using this as a makeup remover, this is where I would add a little bit more. All right, so it runs about $38 for the bottle. So now I'm going to take a little bit of water on my fingers, and I'm just going to add it to the actual product, and you'll see that it really does emulsify it. All right, so this product also has some blueberry juice, some raspberry juice. It has coenzyme 10 in it. It has some ALAs. It's really very gentle though, so don't be frightened away because it has some alpha hydroxy in it. As I mentioned, no parabens, no synthetic dyes or anything like that. Okay, so now I'm going to pick up my Foreo. All right, I'm going to do this half of my face. And the Foreo just has a light vibration, and I'm going to go ahead and just massage around and clean up on my face. All right, So this product also is loaded with antioxidants, and it comes from raspberry juice, blueberry juice, as I mentioned, and it also has a little hyaluronic acid, which adds moisture, and then some sea buckthorn oil, which helps with elasticity. And it's just really an all-around great cleanser for mature skin. Now my face will get a little red when using the Foreo, or when I wipe my face, the products off my face, I will get a little red. That's absolutely normal. All right, so now I'm gonna take the other side, and the Foreo is really a nice tool. I prefer the Clarisonic. Okay, so now this has an on-off, and it has a low speed and a high speed. On, and then that's the high. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the high speed. I'm just gonna put a tiny bit of water on the head of this, and I'm gonna go ahead and clean with it. It gives you the same sensation as the Foreo. I gotta look in a mirror around my eyes, but it really does. It gives you all the same feeling and benefits as the Foreo. So if you can't afford the Foreo, this here is a great option. Now, of course, doing the neck is very important. I didn't put cleanser on the neck because I try to shorten these videos up and just go around and get a good cleansing on that. Okay, so now I'm going to take that one off, and I'm just going to show you this one here. This is a handheld model, and this was like under $5, and I think it works perfectly fine. I'm going to put a little bit of water on it, and you just go around your face, and this just helps to really clean those pores out and lift up any dead skin that might be laying around, but yet it's gentle because it's silicone, and it's not going to do any damage. And then if you want to go the massage route of it, you just turn it over and massage your face, and it really works. So there you have three options. You can go the Foreo route, you can go the Conair route. It looks like my battery's already dying. This is not gonna be a good day. Let me change my battery. All right, we're back with a fully loaded battery. So there you have it, three options for cleansing, all at different price ranges, all right? So we have that. So now I'm just going to take a warm cloth, and I prefer to use just a white washcloth. I know that many people choose to use microfiber. I have a thing with texture, and the microfiber texture just really bothers me. So I'm just going to use my white Turkish cotton, which I'm just going to go ahead and wipe all that off, and there probably will be nothing other than the eminence on the washcloth, because I am very thorough with my cleansing at night. And I know many people say, oh my God, she's so rough on her skin. It looks like it on camera, but I'm really not. I'm just wiping away. I'm not really pulling. The cotton is very soft, and you know, my face hasn't fallen off after all these years, and believe me, I've been doing skincare a long time. Some affordable options for cleansing. Believe it or not, people are going to think this is expensive, but you can get this at Target now, and it's really not. It's the La Roche-Posay Hydrating Gentle Cleanser, and this is for normal to dry skin. Remember, I am dry, mature, so I'm not going to have any products for oily skin, but all these lines that I mentioned do make products for normal combination and oily skin. And they even make for ultra sensitive. So this is the Toleraine Hydrating Gentle Cleanser, and it has it's soap free, sulfate free, fragrance free, and it has ceramide 3 and niacinamide in it. This is a wonderful option. Of the ones that I'm showing you, this is the one I would go for, and it's very affordable. Under $20, I think that's affordable for a cleanser, because some of these cleansers I have are like $80, and that's a lot of money. All right, another one that I tried that I was really surprised with is by Garnier, and this is the Skin Active line. It's a soothing cleansing milk. It's 98% naturally derived, made with rose water. It's made without parabens, dyes, silicones, and sulfates. So another great option. Now, sometimes in the morning, I do like to use a little foaming action, just because I am a foam addict. I have two This is the Garnier Skin Actives, the Gentle Sulfate-Free Cleanser. This one gently foams to remove oil, impurities, makeup for soft, healthy-looking skin. Now, I will say it has no sulfites, oil, soap, alcohol, or fragrance in it, but I will say that I don't think it's a great makeup remover, but it is for a morning cleanse, or if you're somebody who just wants to use one cleanser, you would have to do 2 cleanses absolutely with this to get all your makeup off. And then another one, now this is new to me, I've used it 2 times and I do like it. This is by Farmacy. And this one here is called the Clean Bee. It's their ultra gentle facial cleanser. Very, very nice. Smells like honey. It really does. So there are some affordable options. They will all be listed and linked below. And you can go and read about them yourself and see which price point really fits your budget. That's all that matters, okay? So our next step is going to be our toning. And I'm going to use the Lotion P50W 1970. I have to tell you, I absolutely, when I first got this, I didn't really care for this product. And I was using it the way I see people use it on YouTube that are just like me, just people that are really into skincare, and they take it and they rub it all over their face. And I thought, wow, I don't really like this. It really gives my skin a terrible sensation, and I just don't like the way it feels on my skin. So then I actually asked Joelle, and for those of you who don't know who Joelle is, she is French. And I was asking her about this line and if she knew the reputation of it and anything about it. And she said that it's a wonderful skincare line. And I thought, well, I need to give it another try because, you know, I mean, over in France, this has spas. I mean, you go in, there's estheticians, that's all they use. So that's what I did. I researched estheticians and this product. And these are people that actually work in the spas over in France. Some of them I couldn't even understand what they were saying, but you can watch what they're doing and see. This product, and then when you read on here, it will tell you, but the print is so fine that I think people, they just don't read it. It will tell you that this product should be pressed into the skin and do not overlap. So that's what I started doing, and it was love at second try. It truly was. So we're gonna go ahead and use this. Now I like a big cotton round, and these are from Walmart, I think, or you can use any cotton round you want, and I just put a good amount, I do, because I do my neck and my chest. And this has 3 different sizes. It ranges from $28 to $100. And I purchased it twice now, and I always buy the smaller bottle. But now that I know that I love it, I may go ahead and buy the $100 bottle because it won't go bad, okay? So I'm gonna take this and I wrap it. Now this is something that you do when you give professional facials. You either wrap it around somehow or you just tuck it in between. That's why I like these big oval ones. And then you press and don't overlap. And this tingling is very normal with this product. And what this one does is it exfoliates, it also hydrates, and it balances the pH. And it is for sensitive skin. It has glycerin, niacinamide, vinegar, and watch when you get around the aisle. I do my brow bone. It also has lactic acid, and then it has some root extracts, and it does have a little bit of salicylic acid in it and some sulfur. And just go and press it all on your face and try not to overlap. And I pay attention to where I really have, larger pores. And I go right up. I don't go up underneath the eye, but I go on that bone, my cheekbone, and I go around, then I go on the brow bone, and then I'll go ahead and just press it. And then do your ears on both sides because you have 2 ears. And then you want to go ahead and just press it down your neck. I don't know, I say if you really didn't do well with this the first time around, and the W is for the mature skin, I think that you should give it another try and do it this way. Your skin does acclimate after a while. I don't always feel the strong tingling that I felt. And then you can even go on those lip lines a little. I do. All right, so there is my toner. Now, I did look for a toner that's similar to this. There aren't any really. This has been around for a very long time. So the only one that I have that I tried, and I don't feel the tingling sensation, and what I did is I tried to find one with lactic acid in it because that's what the Lotion PW has. The only one is the Ren, and it's the Ready Steady Glow Daily AHA Tonic, and it has some lactic acid in it. It's nowhere near the lotion P50W, nowhere near it. But a more affordable option for you, I couldn't find a drugstore product that was similar to this. I'm sorry, I really tried, but I could not. Okay, so now we've laid our acid down, and of course, I'm the type of person, you have many people on YouTube that do skincare, and some just pile everything on, and others will wait. I give everything just a moment to settle on my skin, because I want to make sure that it's there, okay? I know that layering things on top of each other, it's still there, but I want this to be able to just do what it's supposed to do. And usually an indication is like I have just a little bit of tingling around certain areas, and when that kind of settles down, then I'm like, okay, it's time to move on. And that is when I move into now this line here, I cannot stand the cleanser. It's raved about, and I cannot stand it. But I love the Coenzyme Q10 Lotion, and this is by DHC. It's a Japanese line, but I think this is yes, it's made in Japan. It's made in Japan. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, and this one's almost empty, so I have a brand new bottle here. So I'm gonna go ahead with the same cotton round, and I'm going to apply, see, it's empty, so you'll see this in my empties too. All right, so empty bottle there. We don't want to use that one. So we're gonna go with the next one, give it a good shake, just in case anything is settled in there. So I shake it, and I already opened everything, so I'm just gonna go ahead and I put a good amount. I overuse everything. You don't have to use as much as me. You don't need as much, but because I do the neck and I do the décolleté also, and my ears, I wanna have enough on there. Again, I hold it like this, and I'm gonna go ahead and just swipe. Now this runs about $37, and it's great for all skins. Excellent for mature skin. It's paraben free. It has vitamin E, coenzyme 10, hyaluronic acid, AAHs, and it's full of antioxidants. Then you go down your neck, and Q10 protects the skin from environmental stressors. Okay, so I really go on the brow bone with this. It smooths. It's supposed to smooth your little fine lines. It helps with elasticity. So I really, really, really like this product. And then go ahead and do your ears. I do behind the ears, all over the ears. The ears show age. And I'm noticing that I have this little flap gathering right here where my skin is starting to sag. I love that I'm aging because it means I'm alive. But boy, it is rough, isn't it? Okay, so we did our coenzyme lotion, the Q10. I said I would give you alternatives. For this product, I really don't have anything else that I have used that is similar to this. So I'm going to just skip a recommendation on that product. Like I said, that one's not really expensive. So the next step, because you're not going to be using the coenzyme Q10, would be to use some sort of hydrating mist. And I have a couple of recommendations for you. The one that I was using is by Moon, and this is the Anna Rose Hydrating Rose Toner. This is beautiful, however, the bottle I just discovered is empty this morning. So we are going to move on to my next one that I was going to try. This is this facial spray with aloe, chamomile, and lavender. So this is going to calm the skin. And why do I use these? It's just, I like to add little bits of moisture to my skin because I'm dry. So I'm just gonna spritz this all over, and it's just wonderful, okay? And this is not very expensive at all. It's cruelty-free, paraben-free. I don't have the price on this one here, but I think it's like $18, something like that. But if you are someone whose budget is really a little bit smaller, you can always go to the Garnier Skin Active Soothing Facial Mist. This is 99% natural ingredients made with rose water, without parabens, dyes, or silicones. This is wonderful. The only thing I say is the smell is not the best as far as roses. So I was in TJ Maxx. You all know I love the TJ Maxx. And they had this one here, which was $6.99. And this is a rose water. It's a hydrating face mist. Rose water is very anti-aging. But anyway, let me spray this. This one smells a little bit more like roses. Now, of course, I would not spray all 3 of these. I'm just demonstrating for you because I hadn't used any of these. I just found them. What I do is I try to find products and use them in time, but I didn't realize I was out of the rose one. And the Mario Badescu one, the lavender, I had already purchased. So I had already purchased this one and used it. But I wanted to have another option for the person that doesn't really like the drugstore products, because believe it or not, there are people that do not like drugstore products. They want middle of the road. They're not interested in drugstore because some people say they see absolutely no results when using drugstore products, okay? So that's why I'm giving all kinds of options. Okay, so now we're gonna move into our eye products, and I have no suggestions as far as eye products, except for I can say that the Ordinary has a wonderful caffeine serum that is great for depuffing. And I would say that if I were going to go in the drugstore and buy some sort of eye product, it would probably be from Rock or Olay I would look into. And I think L'Oreal, they're so highly fragranced though, but I don't know, you'd have to really do your research on drugstore eye creams. I don't use any drugstore eye creams. I love the eye creams I use, and I've used so many of them that have done nothing. And another thing is I have to find eye creams that don't really add to my puffiness, because I'm already puffy around my eyes, and because I'm losing volume in my face here and everywhere else, the puffiness, I have that ridge, which I don't think that filling that ridge to me is frightening. So I don't think I'll be doing that. It's just frightening to me. But anyway, let's get on to our next product, okay? All right, so this is, I've been using this for a year now. I've gone through several, well, longer than a year, because I've gone through probably 4 or 5 bottles of this, and I love it. You all know that I cannot use prescription Retin-A, and I think some women have to just accept that it's not made for all of us, and it's not for my skin. And I have tried and tried and tried and tried. I've done the minimal, and I've done very small amounts, and it just is not kind to my skin. And I thought, why am I doing this to myself? Why am I walking around with red, irritated, flaky skin, raw feelings around, because, you know, I don't put it on there, but yet the heat from my skin makes it travel. Why am I doing this when I have good luck with retinols and lactic acid products? So that's how I remedied. Maybe I'm not getting all the benefits of vitamin A, because it does have great benefits, anti-aging benefits, but for me, it just doesn't do anything. So I always go with a retinol instead of the Retin-A. So the Dr. Dennis Gross Ferulic Retinol Triple Correction Eye Serum. I really like this. I just take a small pump, not even a full pump, you don't need. This is when I don't overuse, because it doesn't serve me any purpose. All right, so this here is, it does run about $69 for this. And again, the only other lines that I would suggest is maybe Mad Hippie and Timeless or The Ordinary for things like this. So this one here is retinol, and it is also has the ferulic in it. And it is a serum, it's not a cream. So for those of you who do not like to use eye creams because you get really puffy, you may want to just consider the serum. I am the person who believes that the eye skin needs to be treated differently. So I'm going to go ahead and just pat this around. It's supposed to help with your puffiness and your darkness. I have not noticed much with the puffiness because sodium affects me so negatively. Yes, sodium has a negative effect on me. Okay, this is for all skin types, and it's going to help tone and the texture, and it's going to really tone this area, and the texture, you'll notice, will smooth over, using it over time. Nothing is going to work within 2 weeks. I've been using this for a very long time, and I really do think it helps. I didn't take enough. I do need to take just a tad more. I underused that time. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tap that because this product here can be used on the brow bone. It can be taken right down onto the lid. For those of you who suffer with crepey lids, this product can go down. Just make sure you're looking in the mirror when you're applying it, because you don't want to hit your eyeballs with this. So again, it's going to work on the fine wrinkles. The ferulic helps to brighten your eye area. This does have some Q10 in it, CoQ10. It's loaded with peptides, and it has a little bit of mandelic acid in it, hyaluronic acid, and of course the retinol, vitamin E. It has a little salicylic acid, and it's loaded with antioxidants and a little glycolic. It's vegan, cruelty-free, and paraben-free. So I just tap it in, really push it into the skin. I don't rub that product in, okay? So there you have it. And I said it was like $69. It's not a cheapie. But you have to use so little of it that you really should be getting 4 to 6 months out of some of these bottles. And if you're not, perhaps you're overusing things, okay? All right, so now, and I always do my eye products before my face creams and oils, because I don't want to get them all over my eye area, okay? So now, using the Sunday Riley Auto Correct, and this is her newest, and I like it. I do like it. I will say that I think, I don't know, I'm getting towards the end of this one, because I did buy the Drunk Elephant. This is what the box looks like for the ferulic, because I just bought it. And again, I would look into the lines that I mentioned, because I have no recommendations sitting here for you at a budget friendly. Okay, so now the eye cream, Auto Correct by Sunday Riley. It's the smell, it's changing a little bit on me, so I'm not real sure. If I'll get this one again, I'm gonna give this, the Drunk Elephant, a try, and see how we do with that, and then, you know, I'll make my decision. I don't have a backup of this one, but it almost smells like wet laundry now. You know, like when it stays in the laundry, you don't take it out of the dryer in time, the wash machine. I don't know, the smell changed a little bit on it, but I'm gonna still use it. I mean, it hasn't irritated my eyes or anything. So I just take a pea-size amount of this, and this does have like a satin finish, so it, I don't know, it's nice underneath the eyes. Okay, so again, pay attention to what you're doing, because you don't want this landing in your eyeball. Okay, so I just take it like so, and then I'm gonna press it. I have to look, my friends. I'm gonna press it into my eyes, and I go up on the brow bone. Now this one here costs $65, and just keep tapping it in, and you wanna go up underneath your eye. This one is supposed to work on dark circles, your puffiness. It's supposed to lift the eye area. You know, of course they say immediate lifting, but I don't ever see the immediate lifting. But I do go ahead and really pat it in. It has some caffeine, Brazilian ginseng root, got some horse chestnut in it, and of course antioxidants. My contacts are wobbling around on me. And it also has shea butter and cocoa butter. Okay, so there's that. And then I will just really press it into the eye area, okay? And I do the brow bone. And I will do a little bit on my lid. It doesn't bother me to do it on the lid. If you're sensitive, your lids are sensitive, or your eyes are sensitive, you may not want to do your lids. But I just think an eye cream should be able to be used all the way around the eye area, okay? All right, so our next step is going to be our C serum. Now, there are many C serums out there. SkinCeutical is the most popular, the CE Ferulic. The only problem with it, and I used it for several years, and I liked it, but I have to be honest, I never really saw a huge change in my skin. And I also would notice that the actual serum itself would darken in color before I was able to finish it up. Now, if you look on their site, it'll tell you the product is still effective, but everything you read about it says that once the clear has gone into a darker color, it is oxidized and you can do damage versus not. So I don't really know where the truth lies. So it's all in what you think. And then there's people who feel because this is already orange that how do you tell if it goes bad? Well, there's pumpkin ferment in here, and the way it's formulated, I think it's a very stable product because of the cap and the container. I have used this for, I'm probably 6, 7 of these, and I absolutely love it. I have no intention of ever changing unless something else comes out that I feel is really worth it. Now, I did buy the, what is it? Peter Thomas Roth C, but I'm not going to start it until I'm done with this, which shouldn't be too far away because I've had this for a while now. So vitamin C is very important, and when you use it, it also helps your sunscreen to work better. And it is one of those ingredients that actually has been shown to reverse signs of aging, or sun damage, I should say. So the C's are something that you really should consider. And I know The Ordinary does have some C's, but they get mixed reviews. I myself have never tried them because this has worked so well, so I'm not really changing. But I do have a couple of suggestions that I have used, and they are pretty decent. And one of them, and I would recommend this one over the third one. This one here is the Mad Hippie, and this is their vitamin C serum. It is in the $20-something range, and it comes in a dark bottle. I always keep them in their box, my vitamin C serums, because this one will start to darken if you're not using it. So, and I only use my vitamin C serums in the morning. I don't use them at night. And then the other one that I did try, and I actually read about this one being very good, is the vitamin C concentrated serum with hyaluronic acid by Derma E. Now this one here is also a pale orange color. So if you're somebody who's turned off by the drunk elephant being orange already, you may not like this. This has a very light hue of orange, but and it smells very citrusy. It's not a bad option. I've used it a couple of times. However, I did go back to my drunk elephant just to see if it irritated my skin in any way, and it did not. It has a nice slip, a nice feel to it. And the Mad Hippie, the serum is very similar to the texture of a SkinCeutical. So there you have that, but I'm gonna go ahead and stick with my drunk elephant because I love it. Now the drunk elephant, I take 1.5 pumps of. Now this one is expensive. This runs $80. It is, however, suitable for all skin types. And then I take it and I'm going to pat it. And this one will firm, brighten, it helps with dark spots, is vegan, cruelty-free, all of those beautiful things. It has 15% L-ascorbic acid. It has the same level of vitamin C, ferulic acid, and vitamin E as the SkinCeutical. So, which is, the SkinCeutical, I believe, is 0.5% in ferulic and 1% in vitamin E. And vitamin E is an antioxidant. So this will help to correct any photo damage, any sunspots. It's not going to be your cure-all, but I'm telling you, I don't really have a lot of discoloration on my face. I'm starting to use a little bit more of it on my hands because I do notice some little age. They're not beauty marks, okay? They're age spots. Anyway, so I don't go around, I go around the eye. My camera cut off on me. As I was saying, I don't go over the eyelids with this or under the eye. I go around. When I'm over my eyes like this, they're not actually touching my eyes, okay? I should mention this also has pumpkin ferment in it and pomegranate enzyme, which helps to dissolve dead skin, okay? So there is my vitamin C serum again. I go all the way down. It has a slight tackiness to it, which does not bother me, okay? So now, of course, I would allow this to set just a little bit and move on. All right, for video purpose, we're just gonna move right along here. Okay, so my next step is the Matrixyl by The Ordinary. Now, this is where, if you wanted to get a bigger bang for your buck, you could go with the buffet that has a couple more things in it, but I like the Matrixyl, so I'm going to stay with it. This bottle is almost empty. I do have a backup, very, very affordable. Did I tell you that I think I mentioned the drunk elephant, she's $80, okay? So she's a little on the pricier side, but we love her, we do. All right, so The Ordinary, I'm going to take a dropper full, and again, you don't have to use as much as I use. I just squirt whatever comes up. Now I'm actually gonna need a little bit more because I do my neck and my chest with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm getting empty, so it's not filling up. Usually it fills up halfway and I just squirt it into my hands. But you know, 5 drops is plenty. I'm a little crazy. I'm a skincare junkie, what can I say? All right, so then I'm gonna take it and I'm just going to swipe it into my hands and I'm going to press it into my skin. Now this one here is like $11.50. The Ordinary is very, very affordable. Okay, and it is 10% Matrixyl, and it does have, it's in a base of hyaluronic acid. That's how that's the delivery system for it. And it also has some peptides in it, and you want to do your neck. And the Ordinary line is vegan, cruelty-free, and it's also oil-free and alcohol-free. And it's made up of 2 different Matrixyls, and one is 6,000 and the other is, I think it's Synth 6 is how you pronounce it. But it's just great. It's just great for anti-aging, and it's just the extra serum that I use. I'm forgetting my ears because I'm in the video, but trust me, my friends, I do my ears. And if you want, you can even do the back of your neck, especially if you're a woman who wears your hair up, or if you're a guy, you know, because you got shorter hair in the back there. Don't forget, do everything. I mean, sometimes if I have enough, I go right over my shoulders because those things are exposed sometimes, not all the time. All right, so I press that in, and again, it has a little bit of a tackiness, and normally I don't like that feel, but it goes away, it doesn't stay. And again, I'm pressing over my eyes, but I'm not actually applying any of that on my eyes, okay? All right, so we are gonna move on. So now this is where if you wanted to get crazy and you wanted to add another layer of moisture, there are several sprays that I have. There is the L'Occitane, this is the Comforting Mist, then there is the, this is by Niod, and it's their Superoxide de Mist 2, I don't even know how to say it, mist. It has yeast in it, which is, I really love this. This is like my second bottle. This is on the pricier side. I also have one by Filorga, Anti-Aging Mist. Or you could just go back and take your rose mist. And this is just to add a layer of moisture. You don't have to do this. And just give yourself another mist. But you do not need that. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't do it at this point. I'm just showing you in case you wanted to. In case you're bone dry like me and you just want to add a little bit of moisture beforehand, okay? None of these products I'm using cancel out the others, so they all work very well together. That's what's important, is knowing what is going to work together. Okay, so up next will be my moisturizers, and again, this is an area that I don't really have a recommendation for drugstore. There are moisturizers. I can just recommend that there are many lines in the drugstore. There's Olay, which I think is up their game. There is Neutrogena. There's the Rock. And Hada Labo is a very, very good line, and that you can get from Ulta, which is very affordable. It's a Japanese line. And I used to use that one. I've used their hyaluronic acid, their moisturizers. I use their mask. And it's a fabulous, fabulous line. So you can try going into Ulta and looking up the Hada Labo. For me, I purchased the Protini by Drunk Elephant, and the Protini alone was okay, but it wasn't enough, okay? And then I read an article by her, and the Protini, actually she created this for her mother, according to the article, and her mother wanted something to help the collagen in her skin. So she went and created the Protini, and it has peptides in it, but it's also a protein which helps to feed the skin. So it's gonna help plump your skin up and hopefully build some collagen, because it rapidly disappears. It truly does with age. So I decided, okay, I'm not using this to its full potential. So I decided I also had the La La cream by Drunk Elephant. I love the dispensers for these, no dirty hands in there. So I thought, okay, because she says you can mix this with any of her products. So I decided to use them together, and they work beautifully, okay? So I'm going to take a little bit of the Protini, and I don't even press it all the way down, just halfway. I don't need that much, because I'm also going to layer an oil, which I do in the morning. And then I'm going to go ahead and squirt out some of the Lala. Now the Lala is a wonderful moisturizing cream. And then I'm just going to take them and I'm going to mix them together. Like so. And I'm going to pat them on my skin. And the Protini is $68 and the Lala is $60, I think. But the Protini, as I mentioned, is very different from the Lala because it's protein, it's working on the collagen, and it also has the peptides. So I'm just going to go ahead and work this around. I avoid the eye area because I have all of my creams already underneath my eye. I'm just checking my battery here. Of course, Drunk Elephant is vegan, cruelty-free, and has no harsh chemicals in it. Okay, so the Protini also has some growth factors in it, but they're not human. And it has peptides, it has some amino acids, and this cream also helps with toning, texture, and elasticity. Okay, so I need a little bit more to put on my neck, because I didn't do that, and I do need to put it on my neck. So I just take a pea size of each, and I'm going to blend them together. Oop, I'm out of camera. I'm going to blend them together. And I'm just going to do my neck. Now the Lala cream brightens, firms, and moisturizes. It has some African oils in it, fermented green tea, and some hyaluronic acid. There's no silicones or anything in this line. So we're going to go ahead and we are just going to massage it into our ears, behind your neck, of course your chest. Now for the chest, I do use the Nia 24. Which I wasn't going to put into this video, but I'm going to go ahead. I've talked about it so much before. I will list it below so that you can go ahead and go to Derm Store and read up on it. I still have age spots on my chest, but I'm noticing, it's amazing. I'm really noticing age in my neck now and my chest, and it's with that crepey skin that you get, the loose skin. Not nice, we don't like that. And this is also for the back of the hands. And of course, everything that you use on your face, you can just put on your hands. All right, so I better put this over here so I remember to put it in the bucket. So the next thing, okay, so I think I told you everything you need to know about the Lala and the Protini. Remember, the Protini is a protein. It can work with anything you choose to, any moisturizer you choose to use. You can use the Protini. It is a high ticket price. I do not know of another product to recommend in place of this, but it is really, really a nice product. And the Lala cream, I will get this one again, the Protini. Matter of fact, I believe I ordered another one. I think I did order another Protini during the sale. The Lala, probably not. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a fabulous cream, but I want to try some other creams. And I have some other creams to try. Some of the boxes that I get have beautiful creams in them. And I still have some of the Belif cream that I use. And I do mix the Belif with the Protini. Any cream that I'm using, I mix with the Protini now. So really liking that, okay? No recommendations on that, my friends. Okay, so the last thing I'm gonna do is my sunscreen. Oh no, I forgot, excuse me. My most precious skincare item. Now this is a very high ticket. This is $185. It's packed with active botanicals. I've talked about this before. It's Vintner's Daughter. I absolutely love plant-based skincare and I love essential oils. Now some people have a sensitivity to essential oils. I do not. My skin, I mean, I have bottles of what are these? Essential oils. I have bottles of essential oils right in with my cot and I don't keep them on the cabinet. I have frankincense, which is really good anti-ager. It really helps with wrinkles. And I also have carrot seed oil, which is a natural source of vitamin A, and I will mix them in. Now I'm keeping this, my simple, even though it's a long video. The steps have been very simple. I'm suggesting alternative or other options, which has brought a lot of other products into this video, but I would have only had, like 8 products here to use on my skin, or maybe 9 or 10, okay? But no more. All right, so anyway, keep that in mind. So I'm not going to add I would have put a drop of the frankincense in with the Protini and the Lala and put that on my skin. Or I would have mixed it in with another oil. I mix nothing in with this oil because it is perfection. but I may have mixed it in with another oil, say a plain marula oil, and that would have gone over. Okay, so, but we're going to keep this simple, and we're going to take our Vintner's Daughter, which I absolutely love. I use this during the day. Sometimes at night, I will use just the Vintner's Daughter. I just soak my skin with it. But this one I do not overuse because it's very expensive. So I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drops, and that is for my face, my neck, and my décolleté. And I always start on my face so it gets the most. So let me go ahead and just apply this. Like I said, it's $185, so that's a lot. And I just press it into my skin. This is the way you're supposed to apply it. It's a push, press kind of action. And then I will just make sure I go right over my lips with this. I don't go underneath my eyes with it, although if you're using just this, you could. Because she doesn't have any other products. This is the only thing she has. And I really press this in my skin. Oh, I love it. And then take your hands and just inhale the beauty of this. Oh, it's gorgeous. So then you'll just massage it on your hands. Now, because I have a lot of people that'll ask me about oils, okay? Once you put an oil on, nothing else is gonna go through it. So the oil should always be your last step, in my opinion, okay? I never put an oil on first and then put something else on, because you're just going to cancel it out, because it's not going to be able to penetrate through the oil. So you want to make sure that your oils are always last, because oil can penetrate through anything. So if you're using even a serum that it has an oil base to it, you might want to reconsider how you layer them on, okay? Like my lactic acid by Sunday Riley, that one, normally a lactic acid you might put on first. You put your acid on first. That one I have to play with a little bit, because if I put that on first, nothing else is going to go, because it's not, first of all, just always think water to oil. And the creams that are occlusives are like Lala and the Protini. They're always going to be thick and creamy, okay? So I hope I haven't confused you. Anyway, at this point, I absolutely allow this to set in. I don't put any sunscreen on until I am done. So what I'm going to do now, I'll give you a couple options for oils, because I do have some oils that I think are phenomenal. This one here is by Moon. I love this. It's an Anacari, and it's a brightening youth serum, and its base, I believe, is prickly pear. Yes, this one is prickly pear and argan oils. This is a beautiful oil. I'll put some on the back of my hand for you. It's a gorgeous oil. It's yellow in color. A little goes a long way with oils. It smells nice. So, excuse me. I would do the exact same thing that I just did with the Vintner's Daughter. I would do this with the Moon. Now this is more affordable. It's still pricey, but it's more affordable than the Vintner's Daughter. The next one that is very affordable and is actually a superb oil is by The Ordinary, and it's the 100% cold pressed virgin marula oil. Now you'll all know, if you've been watching me for a long time, for marula oil I have always used the Drunk Elephant. I think it's beautiful. This here gets great reviews, and it's very, very affordable. So think about that, and you would apply it exactly the way I just did with the Vintner's Daughter. And another thing is, now with this marula oil, that's when I would go ahead and give it an extra boost with only one drop of the frankincense. Never overuse an essential oil. You'll do more damage than good. So always, like maybe 8 drops of the marula oil and 1 drop of the frankincense. Massage it really well. Do not apply it over your eyes. Keep it away around your nose, just to make sure you're not sensitive to it, okay? And you can also do the same thing with the carrot seed oil if you wanted to try your hand at a little natural vitamin A. Okay, so there are some suggestions. So again, now I have some suggestions here, because I always get thought I'm absolutely nuts, but then many of you have said, oh my God, you are so right. There is no other lip balm, in my opinion, better than the La Mer lip balm. it is expensive. It's 60 bucks for this little container, but I will tell you, this lasts a very, very long time, and I just love it. It's very nourishing. It has just a hint, a small hint of mint. It's not one of those things that makes your lips burn or anything like that. I just love it. And it's also created or formulated without any parabens or sulfates. So I really do like that. I dropped my lid, sorry. I just love it, and I will tell you, I just throw it on, and that is it. It has a wonderful taste to it. Like I said, it is minty, but you don't feel, you know, that burning sensation that you get with some of those lip plumpers. And when I put my lipstick on, it doesn't interfere with the application of my lipstick. And when my lipstick wears off or I wipe a little bit of it off, it's like there's still a layer of this on. And I'm telling you, this really keeps my lips in great shape all year round. But for the affordable ones, the Bioderma Atoderm, and I think you can buy this at, I want to say that Beautylish has it. They run like $8 or $9, 10 bucks or something. Joelle used to send me this all the time. But this is a really nice. It comes like a lipstick. It's not a slant, and you just apply it. And I will wear this one at night, and then I put this one over it because now this is the only Drunk Elephant product I really don't care for. I would not buy this again, but I'm using it up because I did buy it, and I'm not going to waste it. This has too much slip for me. It does nothing to moisturize my lips, and it just did not, I'm not sold on this one. So what I do, because when I use this one alone, my lips are dry in a couple of days. I get dry, and when you're biting them and you're peeling them off, and then they get sore. For some reason, this just doesn't do it for me. So I put the Bioderma on first, and then I will use just the Lippy by Drunk Elephant. But now these are both very affordable, and I know that many people love this and swear by it and think it's the best one on the market. So there's another affordable one, and another one is the Farmacy brand. They just came out with their own lip balm that's like $9, I think. And I used that one while I was in Florida. I thought I brought it home with me, but I think I left it in Florida. So it'll probably have turned on me by the time we go back, because we don't go back until November. A lot of people thought that it was the last time I was ever going to be in Florida. We just don't travel during the summer. We do all of our vacationing in the winter months because our winters are just horrid. Okay, anyway. So speaking of Florida, let's get to our sunscreen. I've let this set, and really once it sets, you really do, you can just, your skin feels fabulous. It just feels plumped up. So of course we need our sunscreen, and sunscreens that I have always used. Now I'm really funny with sunscreens because they break me out terrible. I get little white pimples everywhere. I cannot stand having a breakout on my face. So I have very good luck with the Elta MD, and this is the Broad Spectrum 46, and this is the clear. That does come in tinted, I believe. I'm not sure. I only get the clear, so I don't really know if the tinted is still available. And then the other line that I do really well with is the Super Goop, and I also have the body one that I use on a daily basis. It's their body moisturizer, really nice. But this is a Super Goop SPF 40, and this is a mineral sunscreen, and I do really well with this one. But then during the sale, I thought, I think I want to try the Drunk Elephant because I hear a lot of people talking about it. And I've used it 3 times so far and no breakouts. So that is a bonus for me. So this one is by Drunk Elephant. It is the Umbra. It is the Sheer Physical Daily Defense. It's a sunscreen broad spectrum of SPF of 30, and it has 20% zinc oxide in it. It's a pretty decent size tube, of course, cruelty-free, vegan, all of that stuff. And it runs, I believe, $34. So, but this one protects and preserves, and that's all that's important. So I take about this much for my face, and then of course you do your neck. And I don't overuse my sunscreen. That's what it looks like on the hand. I'm going to press it into my face, and just go ahead. I hope I'm in camera the whole way. I'm going to go ahead and massage it in. I'm going to go up over my ears. I really get the ears good. I think people forget their ears. And I'm going to go right under. I don't go over my eyes with this sunscreen in my eyes burns so bad. And then, of course, you want to add a little bit more for your neck. I don't put too much of the face one on my neck because I use the body one, but I'll go ahead and do it just for the video purpose. And don't forget the back of your neck. And that is it. That is it for my sunscreen, and that is it for this video. I hope that I have given you some ideas. I hope that I've helped you understand your own skincare a little bit, and leave in the comments things you use and love. All right, thanks for stopping by. Don't forget, subscribe. We're living life here. All right, go out in the world and be happy, healthy, beautiful, and most of all, my friends, lovable. Bisous. I love you all.